Ooh, knock knock. Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door, but what's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in the core. Buying, yeah, what for? But do what I need to, always sure. Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door. What's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in the core. Buying, yeah, what for? But do what I need to, always sure.
If you've watched any of my past videos, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Evo. I surfed that board for years and had so much fun on it. It seemed the obvious choice to buy a Revo. This is the Tomo Revo review. I'm not going to go into a deep dive about this surfboard, just to say that I've got the Kelly Slater and Dolphin quad fin set up. Tomo says that it works better as a quad. It's not going to be a comparison video, although I want to do some comparison videos when I've got more time on the Revo and more footage, but I've got a small comparison. Many of you guys have said that it doesn't perform in small waves like the Evo. This comparison shows that to be true. When I swapped the board for the Evo, quite a dramatic difference. I'm up and riding and doing some basic turns. The Revo has a litre less in volume. If you compare the two plan shapes, the Evo is much wider all the way through and has a fuller rail, which of course gives the Evo an advantage in these marginal conditions. I've only surfed the Revo 4 times. I'm still getting used to it, and my timing's not quite there yet. And it's true that it won't go in the tiny conditions like the Evo, but waist high and above, the board is fast and responsive. You can definitely see what I mean about timing on this clip. This is a session that me and my son surfed on Saturday. This is a pretty small wave and I think that the Revo is doing a good job. I found the FRK to be really stiff in similar conditions and found it very hard to get any tail release whatsoever. In these conditions I would probably favour maybe using the Evo or the Cardo over the Revo, but I was having a lot of fun on it and it was going fast. And I don't feel that I'm used to it yet. That's no slight on the FRK. I just don't have the desire to surf a board that really needs to be worked, whereas the Revo goes fast and has release with minimum effort. You can see in the following clips that I'm just not used to controlling the speed and I'm kind of out of sync. But I'm fairly excited about that because when I do learn to control the speed and also feel confident about where I put the board, it's going to be a winner. This is a perfect example, just effortless speed down the line, but then when I come to the section I just kind of lose it because I didn't hold the rail for long enough. But the fault is with me, not the board. This is early days on the Revo, but I'm super excited about it. I feel like I'm going to be able to go much more vertical and critical. A comprehensive review coming soon.
Flexing, yeah, but your soul is empty. Dripping in diamonds, Fenty. Dripping in vibes, got plenty. Got the technique, yeah, like Jet Li. Ow. One little chop like pow. One little hit like wow. Living for the now, live for the sound. Nice for the dollar, but I'm making a pound, yeah. Worry about that. No, don't worry about that. Worry about that. Worry about that. Like, no, don't worry about that. Something. Worry about that. No, don't worry about that. Worry about that. Worry about that. Like, no, don't worry about that. Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door. What's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in the core. Buying, yeah, what for? Do what I need to, always sure. Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door. What's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in the core. Buying, yeah, what for? But do what I need to, always sure.
The nose is wider, the tail is wider. So in those very marginal conditions you can see why the Revo is first slightly better conditioned. But I mean, I've got a few clips of surfing, you know, pretty small waves and the board is performing well, going fast, you're able to do turns. It's an evolution. I mean, I love the Evo and I would love to get, this one's still surfable and I would love to get my hands on another one, and I'd love to have a dark arts one. But obviously they're $1,500 or something like that. I think it's a shame that they haven't still got the Evo. I can see that the Revo is a bit of a step up from the Evo, but the same shape. And I can feel the Evo in it, but it definitely feels different too. I mean, it feels good in some ways because the Evo did have some like restrictions. You know, I heard some guy describe it as like a wild stallion that you jump on and you never quite know where it was going, and that's true to an extent with the Evo. I want to try it as a 2.5 fin. He says a smaller trailing fin is better because this spine that goes right through the board, especially back in the tail, kind of sits deep into the water, so that acts a bit like a fin. And if you put a big thruster fin in, it's going to make the board stiff. I'm excited about trying it as a 2.5 fin. The main difference between this board and some of his earlier boards is that it used to be a concave with these 4 concaves. I mean, they're concaves, they're a bit like channels, aren't they? But the difference now is that we've got a V bottom with the concave, which are promoting rail-to-rail surfing with more ease. I think it's a beautiful board, and I've been really pleased with the way it's performing so far. I don't regret the purchase, and I like the way the Ibolic technology works. Definitely feels different to some of the older Firewires that I own.
Worry about that, worry about that, worry about that, like, no, don't worry about that. Something